start this show. What's up, my cursors? We are live today. You know, it is October 16th on a Sunday. All right? Okay. Normally, we normally do it on a Saturday, but the girl had an out and I had some fun. So I let my hair down and I had a good old time. But nonetheless, we still gonna give you what you came here for, and that's the latest hot topic of today. I got my girl Shawn The Gossip on there. Hey, Shawn.
Hello.
Hi, what's up, boo?
Oh,
How's it
nothing.
going?
Just having a lazy Sunday, enjoying the day for Monday, you know.
Oh my God. Is it Monday already?
Already. We got to enjoy these last few hours.
Girl, I am not ready. I am not ready for the work week. Never ready for the work week. Mm-mm. Well, this live today is really not going to be that too much long because we don't have too much to discuss. The main topic of discussion today really is just a few things that we got on deck, such as, Jada Pinkett-Smith then came out and reveals a lot of stuff on the Today show, right? About their
Mm-hmm.
relationship with her and Will, her and Tupac, right? In addition, we still those who are waiting for the book to drop, we are waiting on
I
that
think
as well.
the book comes out on Tuesday, I believe, the 17th.
The 17th, I think so. But I'm doing the audibles. Let me check my audible stuff to see when it's dropping. I know it's probably gonna be the same day, but I think it is that day. Let me check here. What they say that day is. I don't know why I wanted to say that it was supposed to come out like on a 20 something or something like that.
Uh,
Um, but let me just check here and see what they say. So it says it is releasing on Audibles the 17th. So you're right. So it'll be out October the 17th, and I will be pressing play on that bad boy so that we can I can start getting the rest of the tea. But hell, let's before we even get into the whole thing, let's just discuss some of the things that they were saying in regards to Jada Pinkett, because she did do an interview, if y'all missed it, with Hoda. I don't know. I always call her Coda, but I got caught up on that. But it's Hoda
oh,
on the
this
Today Show.
hotness.
Right. And let's just take a listen to what she was interviewing Jada and what she had to say, because this is the whole uproar that everybody is actually talking about on social media. Right? Okay, so let me get here. See here. And this is gonna freak everybody out once y'all hear about it, because I don't know why it was such a big thing, because Will basically said it in his book if you read his book. But here we go. Let's take a listen.
In the book, but the thing that surprised me the most, that I actually had to reread it because I said, is this true?
Right.
Was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives.
Yes.
It was not a divorce on paper,
Right.
but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
So what you think about that whole thing, Sean? 2016, they've been separated all of this time, but still showing up to red carpet events together, still being portrayed as husband and wife, hadn't let the public know. Like, it was just a whole uproar about that situation.
I was surprised. I mean, I thought that they were always in like an open marriage. I know that was always the rumor. So
Mhm.
I was surprised, honestly. Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, it's not our business per se, or whether what they do in their private life, but girl, I would have liked to have known that.
Girl,
Okay,
okay.
girl.
Now, my thing is, I didn't anticipate them being separated since 2016 because when I read or listened to Will's book on Audibles, he had at one point in time even posted on social media that Jada, you need to figure out what makes you happy because I can no longer do it. I can no longer do it. And in the book, his book, he indicated that they were doing their own thing. So, I guess a lot of people is really shocked about this whole situation in regards to her making it seem as if they were still married and she was committing adultery with August Alsina at that time with that whole situation when all along they were separated and they weren't living in the same household or together, which kind
Right.
of coincides with what August Alsina said when he said he talked to Will. He sat down and had a conversation with Will, and Will gave his blessing.
But how is it Jada acting like they were married? You mean both of them acting like they were married? Because didn't he send in that interview with them bloodshot eyes crying like he was just so tore up? I mean, you
He
mean they
did.
were acting? Because not just Jada.
Right, but she was the one who was explaining the entanglement. So why
Right.
didn't she clarify that they weren't together then instead of making it seem like they were?
Will was in that interview, but that's beside the point.
He was.
Uh
He was.
um I think they just didn't want to tell people. They were not ready to tell people. What was that? 3-4 years ago?
On for the red table talk. Yeah, I think it was about
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah,
think, or when this all came out, I think they just were not ready to tell people that they weren't even together.
yeah, I guess so. It would have been nice if she would have gave us that, but that's how it is. We got a couple of more things that she spoke with Hoda about as well. Let's take a look at these clippings too, because I did a whole bunch of clips, honey. I clipped a little of this, a little of that, because unlike myself, I didn't catch the full story, but I came in on like the part of the Slapgate. So the slapperization with Chris Rock. I came in on that part, and then it was only like 10 or 15 more minutes, and then it was ending. So I didn't get to catch the full thing. But they had another clip that I was able to get where she reveals why she and Will have not gotten a legal divorce. So let's take a look at what she said about that and go from there. Let's see what she said, honey.
I feel like you're a straight talker,
I am.
except you're not sometimes.
Yeah.
So why do that? Like, what was the reason?
I think just not being ready yet. Still trying to figure out between the two of us
Yeah.
how to be in partnership, right? And in regards to how do we present that to people, And we hadn't figured that out.
Why did the relationship fracture?
Oh, why it fractured? That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I think by the time we got to 2016, we were just exhausted with trying. I think we were both kind of still stuck in our fantasy of what we thought the other person should be.
Oh. Jada says she considered a legal divorce, but could never go through with it.
I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. And I just haven't been able to break that promise.
But you still live separately.
We live separately.
Okay, so let's talk about that little clip, Sean. You made a promise that you would never get a divorce, that y'all will work through any and everything, but y'all are living separately in separate lives. And the fact that she wasn't ready to tell the world that they were separated anyway. And my thing is, well, what difference does it make whether you had told us or not? Like, what was really, my thing is this. What was the real hold up on why you did not want to say, Will and I are no longer together, but we still have a partnership? Because I think they got a couple of companies or something together or whatever, to something to that nature. But why was that such a big deal to just say, Will and I are separated at the moment, but we're still together as far as partnership? I don't think that would have been a bad thing to come out and say at the red table talk.
Well, I think in partnership, I don't think she's meaning like business or anything like that. I think they're still partners in life. They're still partners in being parents. They're still partners in being friends. They still in each other's lives. And I think it's
Hmm.
difficult to explain to people when they're gonna see y'all out here with other folks,
And that's the
People gonna be like,
thing,
why
because
the
we're
hell
gonna
y'all
get
still married then?
right. And that's the thing, because Hoda actually asked her about that, and I got the clip on there. We're gonna take a look at that. But what is the real difference? Like, I mean, if y'all not together, y'all not together. Why sit up in here and have the public thinking that y'all swingers and having this open marriage where y'all inviting people in and doing all this other stuff if y'all technically are still
Well,
working on
I
the
still think
relationship?
they were swingers. Now, don't get me wrong. When they was together, I believe they were swingers. Now,
You think they were still swingers? I
definitely.
don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, hoo. Well, let's get into this other clip that I got of where she does indicate or talk about the the relationship, and are they going to still be together, or or what? Hold on, let me pull that one up, because
Okay.
that conversation is what had me looking a little sideways, because if y'all are still, you don't know, then why? I don't know. It's confusing. Hold on, let's just take a look at what she said. This whole thing is a little bit baffling to me, but I'm gonna push through it. Let's listen to this clip, child. This a humdinger too.
As time went on, there were different stages in my marriage where Will and I decided we were not together, where we didn't tell the public, right? Where I was actually thinking about divorcing, separating. I mean, there have been several of those, right? And so, and where we've gone and lived our separate lives. So I think within that is where people might have thought that, oh, they must be having an open relationship. And we just didn't want people to know the dynamic of what was happening between us. We didn't think that that was anybody else's business. Um, and so I think that that's where sometimes that confusion came in.
So do you think that was like what she said is like really the confusion with everything, because they didn't want to come out and announce it?
Yeah, when you
I'm
see,
so
she's
confused.
saying when y'all seen Will out here with all these women, we weren't together. No, we weren't together. That's what it sounds like she's saying to me. Cause I've never heard about her
Hmm.
being with nobody besides August Alsina. So, but Will, I've heard of
Right.
several women. So, and I've just heard. I
Right.
haven't seen much of anything. I just heard, he be messing around with his co-stars, Eva Mendes, Margot Robbie,
Right.
allegedly.
Hmm.
So, I I guess that's her way of explaining how those things probably are true. But you know, she was saying
Yeah,
Will
it
wasn't
just
my
kind of,
man.
and it just really baffles me, because that with her and him not coming out and addressing that whole scenario, that is what kind of leaves everybody a little like looking at them sideways, because it's like you had us thinking that you was out here creeping with August Alsina and y'all were really separated. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, you had us thinking that he was getting played per se. You on camera, boo, just letting you know. Hey.
Hello.
But just just having us think that that either y'all it coincides with us believing that y'all had an open marriage. You was
Right.
out here flaunting August Alsina on the red carpet. That's what it looked like. That's what it was portraying as, when you could have cleared all of that up on your red table talk when you had Will there, instead of just saying it was an entanglement. No, boo, we were not together. We weren't together. You was doing your own
Well,
thing and I was doing my own thing. That would have summed it up. We
it
separated.
would have summed it up, but people were still going to talk because, there's a lot of people, especially, married people, they believe that separated ain't divorced.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's true,
And
because you're
so,
still legally bound by that paper. You're still
yeah,
together. So in the eyes of those who really believe in marriage and what it represents, then
yeah,
yeah, that technically y'all both were committing adultery because y'all have not legally divorced. And
right.
I get that.
So,
But and that's probably what's so confusing, is why y'all out here prancing other people or dealing with other people, and y'all don't want to be separated. But y'all got to remember, they got an unorthodox type of marriage. She didn't
right.
want a typical type of marriage, and he was a traditional type marriage person. But I still believe that she really didn't want to marry Will. I still believe that.
Well, why you think she married him if she didn't want to?
Maybe it was a good look for her career.
Yeah, but I
Maybe
mean,
she
when she
maybe she
married
thought she
Will,
was
her
maybe
career
she
fell
thought she
off.
was in love, in love, and realized that marriage isn't the way she wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they talk about their wedding day and stuff. Will, he 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 did the wedding. She didn't do it.
Right.
Will prepared the wedding. Jada was pregnant. She was sick with morning sickness. She had broke her leg. She talks about this in a lot of the interviews, how she did not want to get married. But
Right.
my thing is, well, why didn't y'all have that type of conversation? Because y'all remember I was telling y'all, who was that couple that's out here that's been together for 45 years, honey. They got houses, separate houses. They live across the street from each other and they still been together. Goldie Hawn and Kirk something. Been
Yeah.
together all these years and just never got married. And when they were asking her, well, why haven't y'all just gotten married? Y'all been together so long. She was like, well, what's the difference? It works for us. Why
Right.
wouldn't that have just been the case for them? You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to do the marriage thing, y'all could have just been together all this time and just had y'all relationship as is, like that.
Well, I mean, I guess that goes to show what Will himself has said is that he got to be in control of things and shit got to go
That's
his
true.
way. So if Will wanted to get married, even if she didn't want to, if she wanted to be with him, they was getting married.
That's true, because he does make sure he clarifies that he is like a control freak in his book. Like
Hmm.
he has to have, he's the planner. He's the get everything together. He wants to present his family in a certain type of way to the public. Like he's had that vision. So I can see that. I can see that. But now everybody is out here talking about they're putting Jada out there like she is, making Will look bad. She's emasculating him and stuff like that. And how people don't want to hear about the relationship, but this is what we've been waiting for forever. So why is this
They
now
a damn
a big
lie.
deal? I
They
don't understand that part either.
they a damn lie. People on social media sometimes just be talking because they be saying the same shit about Chris Sean and Blueface, but whenever they make a post about them, the blogs post them because people are watching. If people aren't watching and they
Mhm.
just skipping the post, they not gonna keep posting them. But they
Right.
post because you watch it. Just like Jada has been up and down our timelines, they post it
Hmm.
because you watch it. And that's why I be like, child, y'all just be on here talking. I wanted to know. Do you hear me? And I can't wait till you play that book. I'm gonna be listening.
Oh yes.
And
Oh yes. I can't wait. I can't
I
wait.
don't baby, hey,
Oh
I ain't
child.
faking about nothing. Yes, I'm nosy. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, I am
I'm nosy
nosy.
too.
But we wants to know why you
I
up here
want to
acting like,
hear it
oh
too.
no, I,
Mhm.
I'm take us out the group chat, Jada, and they really are acting like anybody who puts a book out is gonna go out and report about it. Kerry Washington just did the exact same thing. She been on every damn blog all week. Nobody said boo.
Yep.
When Will's book came out, he was on every show. Nobody said boo. I don't
Right.
know what the issue is about Jada. They do not like her. People
They just
really out here
love
feeling like they
they
think
just
she
love to
got it.
hate on Jada. That's for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
They
love to
act
hate
like
on
she
her.
got Will Smith hostage. Will Smith is not a
Yeah. Yeah.
hostage. He's not a victim. He's a grown ass man. And if he didn't want to be with Jada, the kids are grown. That ain't holding him there. So what's holding him if he don't want to be with Jada?
Right.
It's because he wants whatever, they got going on. Jada, I think he likes Jada because Jada give him freedom to do whatever the hell he want to do. He even said it in a clip I watched. He said he
Mhm.
goes to her, he presents what he wants to make him happy. And I think that's
Mm.
the clip you talking about, is that he
Mhm.
knows how to go and tell her what makes him happy. I don't think she knew how to do the same. Like if he want to be with other
Yeah.
women or he want to do whatever, he goes and talk to Jada about it. I don't think Jada knew how to communicate that.
Yeah. She seems like she's I don't know, just based on her doing the red table talk, I don't think that would have been a problem on her telling
Baby, she
Will
a
what
talker, but what
she
she be
wanted.
talking about? Not a damn thing.
Not
So
a
we don't
damn
know what.
thing.
So then we'll probably be looking at her just like we do. Like, what the hell you talking about, Jada? Now, damn.
He really be looking at her with them red eyes like he was on the red table talk.
Right. What the hell is you
Like
talking
what the
about, woman?
hell?
Girl, that's why
Well,
I'm like,
now
Jada.
this leads into the whole uh-huh.
No, I was just gonna say Jada is a good talker, but that doesn't mean she's an effective communicator.
That's true. That's
She just
true.
be running her mouth and not talking about nothing.
Cold blooded. Okay, so let's transition into this whole situation about the Slapgate or the
Oh
slapperization.
Jesus
So
Lord.
I got the clip for it. Let's roll the clip and then let's talk about it, Shy. Because that was like the number one topic of discussion besides them having this open relationship. So let's see.
Kind of revelation to realize that these two people have had separate lives. I mean, they have not called each other husband and wife in all of those years.
Except for the appearance everywhere they went.
Except for the appearances, right? Including at the Oscars.
Yes.
By the way, there's a whole chunk in this book that we're going to get into in the Dateline special and also a little later here of what happened in that moment when he said, get my wife's name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's a whole backstory there too. But Jada is candid and honest in this book. I mean, she's saying things that she's never said. So they've kind of been living this pretend life publicly.
For years.
They knew the secret. They know it.
So now she's telling everyone.
Yeah.
But they're not divorced.
Nope.
So they're
And
separated.
they don't plan on it. They don't plan on getting divorced.
I think a lot of American families can relate, though. I think there's a lot more distance between husbands and wives than anybody ever really talks about.
Yeah.
But this sounds like something.
Yeah, that's a bigger gulf.
Yeah, it's a bigger delta.
Okay, so they had the conversation in regards to the Slapgate, and on the actual our interview with Hoda, she said that she didn't know or realize that Will had actually slapped Chris. She thought it was a skit at first. And then it wasn't until the publicist came up, Will's publicist came up and said that Chris said that he wasn't going to press charges or anything like that. And she was like, press charges for what? And she was like, Will slapped Chris. She was like, for real? Like she had no idea. Do you believe that? You believe that she really didn't think that Will had smacked Chris?
I mean, sitting in there, I would assume she knew, but looking at it on TV, I thought it was a damn skit up until she said when he sat down and asked her if she's okay. That's when she was like, oh shit, this is real.
Uh-huh.
She did not know. And well, she said she didn't know. And I actually do kind of believe her, because when I saw it, I mean, even across social media, people were debating, was that real? We
Right.
all
We
did
we
not
didn't
know
know.
if that slap was real. And if Jada is just sitting there, Chris did the joke, Will just jumped up and started walking. I don't know what brought that on.
But see, he was laughing at the joke at first until he
Right.
looked over at Jada and she was rolling her eyes at Chris.
Well, shit. Who ain't gonna roll their eyes if you talking shit about them? That don't mean you
Exactly.
jump
But
your ass up and slap them. Nobody told him to do that.
exactly. Which
He
I
could
just
have just
like,
yelled
okay,
out,
you was
keep
laughing
my
at the
wife's
joke
name.
too. Right. And that's when she said she realized that something else was going on. When she said that she heard him say, keep my effing wife's name out your mouth. That's when she knew that something really had taken a turn
Yeah.
for the worse.
Yeah, she didn't know, and I think she was surprised too, because she was like, "We ain't even together. What the hell he doing?"
Right. And she said he hadn't called her his wife since 2016. Like they had never revealed that's my husband, that's my wife. Which I still don't get it, because y'all always would kiss each other on the red carpets and stuff like that too. Like some of
But
this
she
shit
talking
just
about
ain't
in
making sense.
public, friend, just in public, behind closed
Yeah.
doors is what she mean.
But I mean, he has kissed her on the red carpet and stuff as well. And she went along with it. Like it just, I don't
Yeah, they
know.
were faking. They were faking for the public, both of them. But she
Yeah.
wasn't expecting. I don't like, people was acting like she told him, "You need to go up there and slap his ass because he tripping." That's the way people was acting.
Right.
And it's not. Will himself said he was going through something. I don't know what he was going through that made him jump his ass up there, but
Mm-hmm.
he said he was going through some things. So I don't
Apparently,
know, but
honey.
I know some people was like, "Well, if y'all was separated, why did he feel like going up there?" I said, because Jada is
It's still his
still
wife.
his wife.
His wife.
She's
Yeah.
still the mother of his kids, and according to Jada, they still partners in life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you
Yeah.
know,
I, I
it's
don't know.
the dynamics of their relationship are hard to understand.
It is. It
It's
really is.
very
I ain't gonna
difficult.
lie. It's so confusing. But I mean, if you look at the way she's done a lot of stuff with like raising the kids and stuff, like they've always had an unorthodox type of relationship to me.
Right.
So I guess we'll just have to see what it, how this ends up in the book. Like this is one of the reasons why I really want to listen to the book, so I could get the behind the scenes story. Since Hoda said that she really goes in the book, gives us a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. I really want to know what was going on behind the scenes. Which leads me
Mm.
to this whole situation where her and Tupac, now she's out here saying that Tupac had proposed to her, and it's a lot of other people. I think the lady that Tupac married, her name was Keisha, had
Uh,
came out and said something to the effect, or maybe it was somebody else. Don't quote me on this. I'm gonna say allegedly that Tupac had clarified and said that in the letter that he wrote to her, Jada had asked him to marry him, for them to get married. It wasn't that way. And he said that he could not marry Jada because they have a friendship. They don't have a love ship type of friendship. It's never been like that. He said he in the letter, he never slept with Jada. They never had anything romantic, and he don't see her like that. So he declined marrying her. On the other
uh,
hand, with Keisha, he said that, and this was in the letter, that Keisha, it was something else there besides just their friendship. It was something more, which is why he married her. But he later divorced her after he got out. So, take that with a grain of salt. But that kind of threw me for a loop as well, because I was like, oh, really?
uh,
Really? So this whole thing, so now there's this back and forth on whether or not they believe what Jada is saying, because they got a letter from Tupac in his own handwriting indicating that she asked him to marry her.
Well, Jada said he asked her when she went to visit him. She didn't say anything about a letter, but she also has come out and said that her and Tupac were never romantic. They both knew they had no chemistry. They were
Mm-hmm.
soulmate, like best friends, soulmates.
Right.
So I couldn't even begin to know why she would lie. But if she is, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's real crazy. Especially when they got the actual letter showing verbatim of what Tupac said that Jada asked him to marry her.
Uh well,
Now, that threw me for a loop because I was like, huh? Okay, wait a minute. That don't that totally goes against what she's out here saying. A lot of people is out here calling her a liar because of that.
right.
Because
I
of
did
that.
hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I
So let
did
me
hear
see.
them calling her a liar, but I hadn't heard anything about the letter. I had to review it myself because I didn't hear about it. But if Jada, girl,
Well, you know what? I'm looking it up now to see if I could go back to it and find it. Okay, here it is. I found the letter, and let me send it to myself. Hold on. So I found a little clip of it, of this whole, and they showed the picture of the letter.
oh okay,
Okay, so let me send it to myself here because that threw me for a loop. Because I was like, wait a minute, this letter says the total opposite of what Jada is going around saying. And for some particular reason, this is why a lot of people, with all the inconsistencies of what Jada has been saying in the relationship and all of this stuff, yada yada who. This is a lot of reason why people out here is having a hard time believing what Jada has been saying. And I think, you I don't know who you want to say that you believe anyway, to be honest with you. Are you going to believe verbatim the print of what Tupac said, or are you going to believe the words of what Jada is saying?
right.
So here's the little clip, and it's from a book called Inside a Thug's Heart, Tupac Shakur by Angela Artist. Now Angela Artist, I forgot who they say they were, but she is the one who got the letter.
Oh okay.
And this book is a bunch of handwriting letters that she was a pen pal with Tupac, and she asked him about the relationship with Jada, and that's what he said. Let's take a look.
So I was finally over making any more Tupac and Jada videos, but I kept coming across this kind of comment talking about it was Jada who asked Tupac to marry her, not since she's been saying Tupac asked her. So I came across this book that was mentioned, Inside a Thug's Heart by Angela, and it's filled with original poems and letters that Tupac wrote. She was one of his big pen pals while he was in prison. And anyway, I came across this. When it comes to the topic about marrying Jada, she had asked him, I heard rumors like that you were going to marry her, something she'd seen in the gossip magazines from back in the day. And he finally wrote her, "No, I am not marrying Jada. It was never an issue. Yes, she did ask me, but it was more out of pity than real love. Don't get me wrong, I do love Jada, but only as a friend. We've been through a lot together. No, I have never had physical relations with her, just friendship in its purest form." So I skimmed through the letter real quick, and he's basically telling her, like, me and Keisha have been real with each other, the one he ended up marrying while he was in prison. Yes, I've cheated on her. She was there for me when I got shot. You know, pretty much he admitted he's put her through hell, and she has stayed in this corner. And he said, I say all this to say if by chance I was ever to be married real fast, it would be her, not Jada. Now I'm sure you're through with me at this point, but I only went into detail because of your questions about Jada. So I don't know if we can just take Tupac's word at point blank. I mean, he was pen paling with this girl. And apparently he wrote quite a few people some letters while he was in prison. Um, a man's gonna be a man. But as far
Oh
as
girl,
or who asked
that's
who,
what's making them disbelieve Jada. That he told the woman he was writing at the moment that he never proposed, or she proposed
This
to him.
Yep, this
Why
is
would
what
he admit he proposed to Jada if he talking to somebody else he's with?
I'm just saying.
He
This is
ain't
what
doing
they're
nothing but doing
saying.
that. Tupac was doing jail talk. That's all he was doing was damn jail talk. Just like you know how these men do. I watch Love After Lockup. They be running the man every damn body. Love doing lockup. They be in love like hell. Ooh, like he cold blooded. Cause soon as he got his ass out of jail, he done turned around and divorced this girl. Jada say
He
Tupac was
divorced
looking.
Keisha.
Jada say Tupac was looking for somebody to do time with him, and that's what he wanted.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm like, girl, boo.
Now I believe
That
that he
does
was
not
looking for
prove that
somebody to.
Jada was lying. It don't prove that Tupac was lying either. It don't prove or disprove either one.
Uh-huh.
But I do know that when a man is talking to his woman, why would he admit if he's trying to get this woman to marry him or stay with him while he in jail? Why he gonna admit that he proposed to somebody else?
True. But I mean, he did say that he would marry Keisha more quicker than he would marry Jada. I mean, I didn't
Shit,
feel
that's
like
because he knew who was gonna marry his ass. Of course he gonna say that. Who gonna marry you?
yeah. I mean, for whatever the reason why he wanted to get married. But my thing is, who's right in this situation? Because he's not really here to defend himself or say exactly whatever. We only got like we do if that letter states exactly what he was saying, and it could have been he was just doing the jail talk too. You know what I'm saying? It could have
Right.
been that. At this point, considering that Jada don't have a good track record of telling the truth about shit, you know, I don't know whether to believe her or Tupac, to be honest with you. It's up in the air for me. I don't know.
Girl.
Now,
I
unless
don't know.
she got some
But
kind of
all I
letter
know is
from
that if
Tupac,
Tupac would have been a fool to admit that in a letter he was writing to the woman he was with. If it was true.
true. But
I asked Jada first.
this lady
You know.
wasn't somebody he was trying to get with. She was just a pen pal. This Angela person that got the letters was just a pen pal.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought that was a letter that she was reading from Keith that he wrote to his lady.
He wrote that to Angela because they were pen pals.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood then.
Yeah. And so, she just was saying, hey, it's a lot of talk out here about, Jada saying that you had asked her to marry him. And he went into explanation about it.
Oh, so
It wasn't
Jada
that he was.
had her saying this back then, is what you're saying?
Yes. Like we've always known that there was some kind of marriage, something going on, but we just never knew who proposed to who until Jada came on Sway in the morning and she elaborated about it. She went into depth about it and she said it's going to be in her book.
Oh, okay. I never
So,
knew that. I never knew there was
yeah,
even no talk of them getting married back then.
yeah. It was a rumor. And then I guess that's when Angela, who was the pen pal with him, asked him about it. She was just asking because that's the rumors that's going around. And he told her that.
Oh, my bad.
So I don't know who to believe in this situation. I really don't. That one kind of threw me for a loop, but anywho. We will definitely be keeping everybody updated on this whole thing once this book come out. And I don't know how we're gonna do it. Like Sean, I don't know how we're gonna be doing the audibles. We used to do the audibles on Clubhouse, right? I don't
Mm-hmm.
what Clubhouse or what was the name of the thing? Yeah, Clubhouse. Remember we did the what's her name on Clubhouse when we did the audibles for that comedian that was a drug lady or whatever. What was her name? She's the comedian that's out here. And
Miss
she got
Pat.
that show with Miss Pat. Miss Pat. That's what we was listening to audibles at on there. I don't know if we're gonna do it on there or we just gonna have our private little viewing in the background and then just go on Can You Read or Not on our book club page to discuss it. But we'll figure it out. Whatever we do, we'll let everybody know. So that if we doing it for everyone that could tune in or not or whatever. But definitely we will be on the Can You Read or Not Facebook page after we have listened to the whole book and stuff and gone through and made our notes. We will be conversating about this whole thing because trust and believe this is not over. It's not over. It is not over. All right, well, let's jump into this whole situation. Have you heard about DJ Envy addressing the recent allegations of his fraudulent activities that he's been doing with his friend? Now, he was on the Breakfast Club and they told him, his attorneys was telling him not to say anything about this. Keep your mouth shut. And then Charlemagne tells him the same damn thing, and this fool still opens up his big ass mouth and discusses these allegations. Now, let me just say this. If y'all don't know, it's this whole thing about his so-called partner that he went into business about, that they invested money into this whole so-called business that was supposed to be doing some kind of housing or something to that nature, like they were trying to get up money to purchase
They were
I want
investing in like an apartment complex.
apartment complex. Yeah.
The guy say he invested, I think, $500K, and he ain't seen no return on his investment or nothing like that.
And he invested twice, $500K and then another $300K.
Right.
And ain't seen a dang on thing. So, you know, they're in court or something that I guess they're getting sued.
Right.
DJ Envy included in this because a lot of people has come forward and said, hey, I ain't got no return on my investment either in regards to both of them. But he decided he wanted to open his mouth on the Breakfast Club, even after being warned, don't say anything. And trust and believe they will use this videotaping in a court of law. Let's take a look to listen to what this fool done said. Hold on.
Like what?
Don't say like what, man. There's been a million and one accusations.
Oh my God, no.
I'm being serious. So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up a little bit.
I think you should listen to your attorneys. Why don't light-skinned people like to listen? Like, if your attorney told you don't say nothing, why are you talking?
Listen, so Caesar and myself did seminars. Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community. I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home. I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth. So I did these seminars and brought industry professionals to all these seminars, whether it was real estate agents from different markets, contractors, conventional lenders, hard money lenders. I even brought auction.com to actually show people how to purchase houses online. That's what I wanted to do for my people. Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return. But for anybody to say I was involved, that's totally not true. I would never. I've been on this radio close to 30 years, and never in my 30 years time did I do nothing but try to uplift people and show people a different way through the business mind. And I would never take a dollar from somebody.
I could be wrong, but I didn't see nobody accusing you of taking money. I just saw them say that they met Caesar because they heard you talking about Caesar.
Nah, they basically said I was privy to it, and that wasn't true.
That's not what they said. What they said was you was advertising it, and this is why there's a lawsuit against him and against the Breakfast Club, because he was advertising this information on the Breakfast Club, and people who was just listening to the radio was taking what he was saying verbatim and going and investing into this because he announced it on the Breakfast Club. This is why the lawsuit is up and running, because all of your power that you have on the Breakfast Club and being such a so-called truthful person about, you know, trying to uplift the community and really want to get people getting involved in investing to have, you know, wealth within the family for generations. This is why they are coming after you, because you were announcing it as if to say this was a legitimate company and this was something that you invested in. So why don't y'all invest in it as well? That's what the whole purpose of this for. But I digress. Let's listen some more. Let's listen.
Not at all.
I from what I read in actual court papers, I didn't see that. They said that all these people are saying that they met Caesar because of you.
Right. And they're saying that
nobody accusing you of taking no money.
To the point where if you read the court documents, Caesar wrote an affidavit that says DJ Envy, Rashawn Casey, had no knowledge of me investing people's money.
I saw that too.
He wasn't there. He wasn't part of those conversations. He wasn't even nowhere in those meetings. And those are documents that's out there. So if we're going to talk about truth, let's talk about the truth. And those are the documents out there. And
well,
I know
you can't talk about the truth yet because your lawyers don't want you talking at all. So the smart thing to do is, I understand you want to say something to the listeners, and I'm sure the listeners appreciate it. But man, just wait until all the dust settles. And when all the dust settles, then we can get on this radio and have a real conversation. Until then, I don't think you should be saying any of this, but that's just me. Look at you. You can't even help yourself.
Ooh.
What else you want to say now?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
But
when the dust settles,
okay,
you can have a real conversation with the
but
audience.
It's difficult because the stuff that you're hearing is like, that's totally not true. Like, it's not true. Like,
well, that's
fake news. Like, those are fake stories.
That should be enough. You know what the truth is. If you know what the truth is, don't worry about it, because the truth don't need no defense. The truth don't need no defense, just witnesses. That's it.
All right. Well, hopefully.
And by the way, you look very suspicious because you don't have your just men in right now. So it's like the grays are coming in right here in the back, and you need a little haircut, so it just makes you look like, oh.
I just want to say this on closing. I've never stole anything from anybody, and I'll just leave it at that. What?
You know what rhymes with what?
What?
What? And from what I was told, you used to steal a lot of butt back in the day.
I can't. I'm trying to be serious here, and you playing around.
Good old, big old queen from Queen.
Been a lot going on.
See, that is stupid. I do love when Charlamagne be getting on his ass, but shout out to Charlamagne. He a true friend. He telling you to keep your motherfucking mouth closed.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't to me sound like DJ Envy did anything besides promote something that he thought was legit. I don't necessarily think that's illegal. I think they might be coming after DJ Envy because he the one with the coin.
Well, homeboy had a lot of money too. Now he got coin too.
He ain't got no damn money. If so, because why he stealing if he got money?
Yeah, that's true. But a thief is a thief, whether they got a lot of money or not. If they like stealing people's money, they gonna do it. They gonna still do it even if they got money.
People be out here putting on a facade. They be broke. They be broke. They be putting on a facade. That's what they be doing.
Well, I can't wait to see. I hope that they have this in court, and we get some more tea about it, because I don't know who, what, when, where, why with this whole situation, but I know I'm here for the rest of it.
Yeah, it definitely is interesting. I hope these people can recover their money, because that's jacked.
That is jacked. There's always somebody out here stealing all the damn time.
They're just greedy, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Shawn, we got about 10 minutes left, girl. Let's get into some of the things that is coming your way in these movie streets and on streaming. Let's go.
Be quiet. Shut up.
Oh, they got a new movie that's supposed to be coming out. We got the trailer for it. I'm not sure if y'all want to check it out, but of course your boy Eddie Murphy is always up to some things, and this official trailer is gonna tell you what it's all about. It's a Christmas time of year type of thing, and let's take a look at it. Let's see what it's all about, Shawn.
All right.
Whether I'm excited or not. But according to the information, it's supposed to be released on Prime, you guys. Let's look.
I need your breakfast amount of reindeer.
What? Why are you like this?
Thank you so much, baby.
Look. Got a lot of spice. Wow. Merry Christmas.
Oh, hey!
What's Christmas without a little terror?
Check that list twice.
What was your Christmas wish?
just want it to be the best Christmas ever.
Oh, ignore all the fine print. Honestly, it's like you're signing your life away.
This is crazy.
Hold up, that was your wish? Not like, I don't know, world peace?
End hunger.
And homelessness?
Stop climate change.
Save the polar bears?
New Drake album.
Oh.
I love Drake.
Point taken.
Oh my God. Ooh, look at you, hot stuff, looking like a tall drink of water.
I'm enchanted.
So this Candy Cane Lane is coming out December 1st on Prime Video. Check your local listings and get ready and prepared. Well, what do you think about this, Sean? How do you feel about this?
Man, that look like it might be a cute little family movie to watch. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Christmassy person because that's my favorite time of the year, but I'm not a Christmassy movie person. Like, it's
Right.
only so many times I'm gonna watch Home Alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Right.
watched
I
Home
feel you.
when it first came out, and I probably watched it a few times when it came on TV, and then I check out. Like, I'm not a person who rewatches a lot of movies all the time, and I do have my favorites that if it comes on TV and I'm not doing nothing and I catch it, boom, Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3, I'm there. Money Talks, Chris Tucker, I'm there. Purple Rain, I'm there. It's certain movies that I don't mind rewatching, but I can't continue to keep watching a lot of Christmassy type of movies.
Right. I like watching some
And
of them around Christmas time.
Right. And I do love watching like my Charlie Brown. It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown and the Thanksgiving Charlie Brown, and like certain cartoons and stuff like that I was raised with when I grew up with those types of things. I'm gonna watch them all the time because I love cartoons. I'm gonna always watch cartoons, but I don't know about Christmassy movies. And I don't, I'm gonna watch this just to see, because it looked like it has some funny moments, but it don't look like it's all that interesting to me. It's my personal
Yeah.
opinion.
I feel you.
Just my personal opinion. It don't look like it's, the same thing. Like, I really thought that the other movie that he came out with what was that last movie he did with Lauren London? She was in it, and she was
Where
with
he played her daddy or something like that.
yeah. I thought that was gonna be really good, and it was just all right. It was just okay.
I feel you.
So, 2 more things we got to talk about in regards to this whole thing, and I was kind of skeptical on even bringing this up, Sean, because I'm so over Jeezy and Jeanie Mai. But Jeanie Mai came on the Sherry Shepard show, and Sherry asked her about the divorce.
Right.
And I got the clip. Let's let's roll the clip, honey. I don't know. I'm so over this whole thing. It's just some stuff I'm just tired of hearing about it. Tired.
Through it, and we are praying for you, but you're going through this divorce. How you doing, Mama?
I'm not gonna lie, it takes every day to just really sit and just be quiet in your thoughts, take care of me. But one thing I know is you give God your pain, he will give you his power. Girl, period. So every day, I'm like, here you go. You got room for more? Here's some more.
There you go.
And just taking it day by day,
I know. Because how are you handling this being a mom, Monica? This baby right here, this blessing right here.
Monica, that is my North Star.
Yeah.
And I can definitely tell you that I don't know if I would handle this the same way without her, because today I'm able to look at her and I can say, what would I advise you if you were in my shoes?
Yes.
And it changes everything. So I'm so thankful to be a mom, and I'm thankful to have her.
How are you handling?
And that's what Jeanie Mai had to say. Somebody who said that they never wanted kids is so thankful now. I'm just saying.
I mean, but once you have babies, Your perspective will tend to change, man. I mean, yes, she never wanted children. She has one now, so I'm sure her perspective changed. I hope, but she didn't say shit, so good for her.
Girl, and I was sitting here sipping my coffee like
She didn't say nothing.
she didn't say nothing.
Nah.
And I don't really care no more. Look, I mean, obviously Jeezy ain't coming back home, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It seemed like she trying to get herself together and move on. I don't know what he up to, but I imagine he moving on too.
Girl, he over there still doing his book tour. He going into the
Oh,
future without bringing past.
yeah.
He going into the future without bringing in the past, Sean. That's
Dang, Jeezy.
cold blooded.
Cold blooded.
Cold
Cold
blooded.
Yeah. I
blooded.
mean, I imagine he had his reasons. So, hey, everybody
I
deserve to
would
be
love to
happy.
know. I would love to know what his real reason for filing for divorce after what, 1 year of marriage?
Yeah, something
Was it
like
1 year or
that.
2 years? Something like that.
Yeah, it ain't been
All
long.
right.
So,
It ain't been long. Let's get into this last topic, Sean. I was kind of amazed to see this. I don't even know what it is. Okay. I don't know what this
okay.
is, but it came across my TikTok timeline. And all I know is it got Lotto and Christina Aguilera doing something that looks like this may have been a commercial, but a commercial for who?
Get you, get
We have
you.
to, yeah,
Huh.
like what was the whole purpose of this? And what is the commercial? Because look here, this is from Christina Aguilera's TikTok page. Love when worlds collide. It was amazing to work with my girl at Big Lotto. We had so much fun on set. Thank you. But on set doing what? What is this for? Y'all tell
Mm.
me. Let's watch the clip because I have no idea. Let's watch.
Y'all ready for something new? Did somebody say just eat? Oh, you thought it was just burgers and fries. They got more flavors than you tasted or you heard in your life. Ooh, this is what the app do. It ain't only fast food. Switching styles like opera to rap too. Yummy. And it ain't only restaurants anymore. We can go bananas at the grocery store. I'm a bad girl, but my takeout better. What you need, dude?
Look like Grubhub, ain't it?
Rice, sticky icky. Gyoza on the side, fried right, cause we kinda picky. Breakfast or lunch, hunt, dinner or brunch. Wanna find the finest dining? I got a hunch. And some hot toast from your boss to the bubble. Got me a strong coffee, let's get it on poppy. Ice cream with my magazine, who can stop me? And my sushi training's on loop. When you this slick, what you gon' do? Did somebody say just eat?
Just Eat. I don't know. I never heard of them.
Just
Just
eat.
Eat.
What is that? Is
Never
that like
heard of it. Let me look it up.
let's look it up. I never heard of it. This kind of just threw me off guard. I knew she was talking about burgers and coffee and stuff, and I was like, the fuck? What is this all
They
about?
sounded pretty good together, though. All
They
right.
did. Like, can you imagine what a real song would sound like to have Christina Aguilera on there? And that was the first time I ever heard Big Lotto say anything without having to be a boss bitch or uh
Mm.
uh uh whatever
It
she
looked
be
like
saying.
it's in the UK. Order from local restaurants and takeaways online with Just Eat. Similar to like Grubhub and Uber Eats.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it had to be something because I had never heard of that or seen that logo or anything before. Like that kind of just threw me all off. So
Yeah, it's called Grubhub. I thought so. Like that look like Grubhub. It's Grubhub in the US and Just Eat is in like the UK and Switzerland.
oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that was a good little commercial thing. I really
Cute
liked it. They went
commercial.
all out with that. That looked very expensive.
Yeah.
Look,
Y'all got paid some coin. Y'all got Christina Aguilera up there.
hell yeah. They got some moolah you fucking with the Christina.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shout
All right.
out to I hope that they get together and do an actual song together. I would love to hear it. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
a Lotto fan, but I really like Christina Aguilera because I think she got vocal pipes. You know, she's a vocal pipe. She's mimic. to be able to sing some of Whitney's songs, and Whitney had gave her, such high rewards as well. So I love Christina Aguilera. So I hope that's just put them two together, be able to do a song, and a real song, not no, you know, y'all know what
Commercial
I'm talking
jingle.
about. No commercial jingles, but please don't give me none of that new hip hop music type of thing. Give me something that we can hear her vocals on and stuff as well. Give me a song, a real
Right.
song. Okay. I'm here for it. Shout out to them too. That was pretty dope. And y'all know I don't be saying stuff is just dope just to be saying it, because y'all know I'm a critic at heart.
Yeah.
Critic at heart. I can't help it. Can't help it. Well, that's it, Sean. We did our show today. Yes, we finally was able to get through it and everything, girl. You know what? I want to say shout out to nothing really was going on this particular week on social media besides that whole situation with Jada, which took up the
Baby,
majority of
these
the show. But
celebrity streets have been dry. What's going on, y'all? What y'all
girl,
doing?
girl, look, I'm happy to say this that we finally get a full hour.
Right.
I'm
Piece
okay
together.
with it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was a good conversation regarding Jada and Will. I really do think that they being overly harsh on Jada. I'm not a Jada fan like that. I liked her like in a different world and stuff. I like her work. But as a person, I'm not a big fan to hers, but I think they are being overly critical. They act like she's doing something different than what her husband is out here doing. But to each his own.
Yeah. To each their own. Like they got her under got Will up under some magical spell with Jada or something. Like he
Yeah,
just can't think.
Jada ain't done shit to that man.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
she got some spell like that, she better sell it.
I
The
mean,
girls
Erica
will buy
Badu,
it.
she put it in a perfume.
That ain't working because her ass stay in and out of relationships.
Girl,
So,
boo, that's a whole nother hour
right.
topic.
That's a whole other conversation, but it
You
don't
ain't
work, evidently. Okay.
okay. Well, that's what's up, y'all. See y'all next week, Saturday, on all our social media platforms, on Twitch, on Facebook, and don't forget we're on YouTube, and we have the podcast. Shout out to Shawn The Gossip. Thank you, Boo, for joining me. As always, I appreciate always having this, conversation where you give us your point of view, and of course, I give y'all man.
All right. Y'all have a good week,
And I will see y'all next week,
everybody.
Saturday. Same time, same place. 8 o'clock. Peace.